What is up, guys? Welcome back to YouTube Relic for a CD haul. This is going to be our Christmas CD haul. I believe it's number 11. I'm actually really not sure, but yes, it will be a Christmas CD haul, and that's about it. It's going to be a bit of a different style video. I'm not going to be recording it here, showing you my face and showing off the things. I'm doing it upstairs on my desk, kind of just like holding it out with my hands there, which is going to be the style of this one. But yeah, it's going to be the 5 CDs that I got for Christmas, the 5 that I asked for, and I got all 5, so grateful for that. And also a couple of other things that I got as well for Christmas. So yeah, that's pretty much the video. Consider checking out my band, Bowls from Movie. The link will be in the description for our Spotify. Yeah, let's get into the CD haul and, the Christmas tour after the intro.
Here you go.
Alright, guys, so we're up here, and I actually got this little Saints thing for, it's not very little, but I got this for Christmas as well, so it's going to be in the background here. Here's my little lamp that we would like to have on. So yeah, here are the 5 CDs. I had all these on my Christmas list, and these are all the 5 that I asked for, and got all of them. So love that, and here, they're actually stacked. So on top is the one that I listened to first, the bottom is the one that I listened to most recently, and the only one that I've listened to on CD multiple times is this one for my Black Sabbath ranking, obviously. So, for an in-depth opinion on Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, check out my Black Sabbath ranking, my last video of 2025. And, of course, rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne, one of the GOATs, obviously, Prince of Darkness. But yeah, so I got this little Saints board thing here for Christmas. That's cool. But yeah, the main things here are, of course, the CDs. So yeah, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. I mean, just an incredible album. And yeah, the production isn't the best, but the riffs on here are. And like title track, the songs on this album are Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, National Acrobat, Fluff, Sabracadabra, Killing Yourself to Live, Who Are You, Looking for Today, and Spiral Architect. And the first 5 tracks, especially Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, National Acrobat, are just some of my favorite songs the band ever did. So many great riffs. Ozzy is nearing his vocal peak, and again, even if the production isn't the best, it's still very good. And for, again, an in-depth thing of it, go to my Black Sabbath ranking, because they're one of my favorite bands of all time, and I'm sure if you're watching this video, they're one of your favorite bands. And, of course, Fluff is a great interlude, too. Already talked about this one, and it's one that I've listened to more than once, and it's just a really great album. So, yeah. Next one that I listened to is from my grandma, because it's, of course, Michael Jackson, and everyone loves him. Yeah, Michael Jackson's Bad. I have Thriller, which is obviously the best-selling album of all time, and maybe has the better hits, but Bad as an album is a lot more cohesive, and there's my phone, and the infinite loop going, as you can see. But Bad is a lot more cohesive and a better overall album than Thriller could ever be. The songs on here are Bad, The Way Make Me Feel, Speed Demon, Liberian Girl, Just Good Friends, Another Part of Me, Man in the Mirror, I Just Can't Stop Loving You, Dirty Diana, Smooth Criminal, and Leave Me Alone. Yeah, Stevie Wonder's on this album. Love him, of course. And there's just so many incredible, insanely good songs on here. Like Bad, the title track, The Way You Make Me Feel. Just Good Friends. Man in the Mirror, maybe my favorite song on the album, that is. Just Can't Stop Loving You. Dirty Diana. And Smooth Criminal. Even if Smooth Criminal is, I prefer the Alien Ant Farm cover, the original version is still very good. And of course, Leave Me Alone. Not a bad song on here. Michael Jackson wrote almost all of it, and he's so talented. Another person we have to say rest in peace to. The King of Pop, and I just love this album a lot. On a first listen, it was really, really good, and it's just one of those classics that I do think is a better album than Thriller by a decent margin, actually, so yeah. Even if I do think that the hits on Thriller are slightly better. The next one here, shout out to Australia. It is Carnival's Sound Awake. Okay, let the lighting just get all weird. But, there's my face. Carnival's Sound Awake is just like a really great album, and they're kind of in the style of Tool if you never heard of them. They're from Australia, and these guys are really great. And vocalist Ian Kenny, I love his work on here. Apparently it's a pop band that had a really popular single in Australia as well. But yeah, this album I ended up getting because it has one of my favorite songs of all time in Goliath. And Goliath is just shout out to Rick Beato for doing, what makes this song great on that song, because it is one of my favorite songs of all time. The 27/4 rhythms in it, the time signature is 27/4. The rhythms, the vocals, the production, the lyrics on it are just incredible. Love Goliath. It's also the only explicit song on this album that has one F word in it. But the songs in here are Simple Boy, Goliath, New Day, Set Fire to the Hive, Umbra, All I Know, The Medicine Wears Off, which is kind of like an interlude, like excerpt song. The Call Joel Lore, Illuminate, Dead Man, and Change. And yeah, so Goliath, everything about that song, my favorites of all time. So many great changes. The chorus is epic, and it's one of my favorite riffs of all time. It's just probably my top 20 favorite songs ever. Goliath is. And that's why I got this album. But also, there's just so many other great tracks. Simple Boy, great song. Dead Man and Change are like kind of like prog epics at this. And like, this is like Tool, but they're not copying them, I'd say. And also, like, it's more proggy and less heavy, I'd say, than Tool, in my opinion. And All I Know, another great song. This is just a great album with Goliath on it. If you haven't heard of Carnival and you like progressive metal, check this album out. And next up is one of my favorite actors of all time's band, Jack Black. Tenacious D's self-titled debut album. Probably the most explicit album I have, as you see. Yeah. And also, Kyle's great. And Dave Grohl, I'm pretty sure it was this demon here, and he did all the drums in this album, so how can you not love Dave Grohl? This is just basically a super group. Jack Black, so talented, and yeah. So many songs on here. A lot of skits and stuff like that, but let's just read off the songs. This is going to take a while. Kielbasa, one-note song. Tribute, Wonder Boy. Hard Effing. F for Gently. Explosivo. Dio, inward singing. Kyle quit the band. The Road. C-word push-ups. Lee. Friendship test. Friendship. Karate Schnitzel. Karate. Rock Your Socks. Drive-through. Double Team. And City Hall. Yeah, so I guess this will be the first time ever seeing text of curse words on here, right? Because you can clearly see all the curse words. Yeah, so this album is just great. I knew the singles off here, of course. Like, everybody seems to know Tribute and Wonder Boy and F for Gently. And yeah, though the lyrics might be immature and super inappropriate, the thing about Tenacious D is that the songs are produced incredibly. And Jack Black's vocals and just all the drums and guitars are so elite. And some of the best melodies of all time are on here. And I said that Carnival's Sound Awake, has Goliath, one of my favorite songs of all time. Another one of my favorite songs of all time is on here, Wonder Boy. And it's kind of like the only true, like, serious Tenacious D song, and it's, like, progressive rock inspired. The vocals, the story to it, the strings, and, of course, the beautiful, breathtaking melody on Wonder Boy. One of my favorite songs of all time, yet again. But Tribute, goated track. And F for Gently, yes, probably the most immature lyrics on this album. But the strings and the melody actually just hit so hard, so many great tracks on here. Dio, one-note songs, fun. What was it? Yeah, Drive Through was a great laugh. Great melodies, great laughs, and it's actually just so fun to listen to. It's a great album, and I really love Jack Black, so have to get it, And the last one is Michael Gira, my goat, Swansea, To Be Kind. Anthony Fantano gave it a 10, but don't worry, I don't base my entire opinion off of Fantano. He gives it a 10. I'd give it maybe like a 9. I still think that their 2023 album, The Beggar, is probably better, in my opinion at least, but I've only listened to this once. I know 4 songs in it really, really well, but everything else, I've only listened to this one time, and a couple more listens, maybe it will surpass it, Young Guide Records. So if you buy a Swans album off of their Young Guide Records website, which I recommend doing, Michael Gira signs basically everything, because he's such a cool guy. I love Michael Gira. The number one thing I wanted for Christmas. Michael Gira's signature. We gotta smell it. Still smells fresh. But yeah, Michael Gira's signature. Love it so much. So grateful to have this. I get that he signs everything, but he's a cool guy. Gotta love him. Just look at it. Incredible. What a signature. And yeah, so this is just one of those classic albums. So grateful to have it signed. It's so cool. And the songs on here are Screenshot, Just a Little Boy for Chester Burnett. A Little God in My Hands. Bring the Sun / Toussaint El Overture. Some Things We Do, and then on the second CD, She Loves Us, Kirsten Sapine, Oxygen, Natalie Neal, and the titled song To Be Kind. So this is just a great album again. I really am struggling to find what my favorite album out of these 5 is, and again, it's just like all still, pretty much, except for Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, all still in the beginning stages of listening to all these as a whole album, but I'd say based on first experiences, this is probably the best album that I got. And it also, of course, has, again, the Michael Gira signature. Like, all the songs are great. Of course, Bring the Sun is a phenomenal, extra long, 34-minute song. But, like, the bass on an Oxygen, Screenshot, and Little God in My Hands are just pure classics. And, of course, probably my favorite song on the album, probably one of my top 3 favorite Swan songs, She Loves Us, because it's just so groovy. I love She Loves Us. This is definitely aggressive for Swans, but it's a great album. And I'd say, again, probably my favorite on first, listens here and in early January. Almost, 2 weeks after Christmas, I guess? But yeah, great to have it signed, of course. So yeah, these are the 5 that I got. Swans, To Be Kind, Tenacious D, Carnival, Sound Awake, Michael Jackson, Bad, and as you guys know, of course, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath by Black Sabbath. So yeah, these are the 5 CDs that I got, but stick around because now I'm going to go over just a couple extra things that I got for Christmas, but here's the main CD haul. Number 11, is it? That's my guess, but I always lose track. You guys know that I never know it. Alright guys, that was the main CD haul, but here's just a couple extra things that I got for Christmas. You guys know last year that I have in my Burlick background, I got a Saints mini helmet. Now I got their normal helmet, just a little small one, so that's great. Love it. Pocket helmet. You're supposed to collect them all, which I won't be doing, but love that. And another thing that I got for my drum teacher, I still haven't opened it yet, but it's sick. And it seems really cool. I'm probably going to open it after this video. Drum Rudiments playing card, so you can look at the rudiment and also literally use this for a game. Really, really cool. And this one is big. I don't know if this is going to fit here, but it is Teeny Mates Football. Look at that. And there's my face again. Teeny Mates Football Legends, and it, of course, has one of my second favorite player of all time, Darrelle Revis right there. And it's Legends, so it's one of these collector sets to get the bonus exclusive rare. It's so cool. I have opened it, but I put them back into this for display and also for this video. It's just all-time great players. I mean, so many greats. Some newer all-time great players, as I said, like Darrelle Revis, but also some ancient guys like Otto Graham. So if you know football, that guy played in the 40s and the 50s. Yeah, that's really, really cool. And I asked for those 5 CDs on my Christmas list, obviously, but the other thing that I had on my list was this book that's barely going to fit. Storm by Hank Shima, Chasing Nature's Wildest Weather. You might be asking why. Well, I'm a weather aficionado. And Hank Shima is Pecos Hank. His name won't fit here, but... Oh, there it is. Barely in. But he is a YouTuber. The channel is called Pecos Hank. I really recommend watching his videos. He's incredible. Also, check out his band, too. He's a musician and a storm chaser, what I aspired to be. And a YouTuber. Like, literally, this man is one of my legends. He's so smart, so cool. His band, Southern Backtones, are actually incredible. I might consider getting one of their CDs, but... yeah, it just goes over, like, so many weather things, has all of his incredible photography, and it goes over all of his chases, some videos that he did. He discovered a trans-luminous event, or whatever they're called Ghosts, and he's been credited for it, and of course that is his favorite photo. Great book, love him so much, and this is a great book to have for my favorite storm chaser and one of my favorite musicians of all time, Pecos Hank. Check his channel out, his band Southern Backtones. Yes, I'm sponsored by him because I love him. And the last thing that I'm going to show you guys is more Saint stuff. It's gingerbread, and he can't fit into the thing. There he is. So cute. Look at him. Okay, well, that's the video, guys. Subscribe for gingerbread.
Thanks for watching this video. Now look at this person. And again, thank you for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe, even though Burlick is bad. Anyways, bye.